What's up, guys? John here, Titan Talk Tuesday. You know it's a good day when it's Tuesday because at this time, it's probably the end of the day for everybody. So we're already to Wednesday tomorrow. Thank God. We're almost halfway through the week. So at that point, I love talking to you guys, especially on Tuesday, to talk about some of the therapies, especially the therapy of the week, and especially this week's therapy of the week, which is Prometheus therapy. And man, I'll tell you what, we get a lot of questions about the Prometheus therapy. Had a lot of patients or new people sign up for the Prometheus therapy this week. So it's been really, really good. As far as that goes, it has a lot of benefits in it, right? So I'm going to wait for about a minute or two, wait for everybody to start getting on here before I really start getting the Prometheus therapy, because I know a lot of people have a lot of questions about this one, or they want to know what does it do, or what's in it, and all these good things. So I'm going to cover this here very, very shortly. So at that point, we've got some other great topics to talk about. There's a new weight loss drug hitting the market, which is supposed to be a game changer. And it's supposed to be a lot better than the FDA appetite suppressors that are out there right now. What up, Truck 150? How you doing? Thanks for joining in. Going to be talking about all these cool things today, especially the therapy of the week, Prometheus, and this new drug, this new weight loss drug that's going to hit the market. I've been reading about it. Got great research on this thing. It's not available yet, but we're going to get into that and talk about some of the different things. Plus, the masks. So, thank God the mask rules or mandates are starting to come to an end or to a halt in a lot of different places, especially here in Florida. We definitely didn't really want these things anymore, but hey, listen, they were mandated to a certain extent in businesses and such. We'll talk about that. And then the vaccine. So, here in Florida, they've got some requirements as far as you can require employees with the vaccine, but we'll talk about that too as well and go into it in depth. So at that point, really, let's start getting into it. Let's start getting into the therapy of the week. So, Prometheus. The Prometheus therapy is one of our newest weight loss therapies. It's been out now for about 6 months with us as far as with patients and such. Great results as far as the patients that take it. What up, Antonio, my man? What's going on, dude? So, Prometheus therapy. So, the Prometheus therapy, it's a different approach to weight loss or fat loss. Contrary to the other weight loss therapies that we have. It works in a couple different ways. But it's going to help with curbing appetite, reducing cravings, improving overall mood. It can also help decrease the body's production of glucose and fats and promote belly fat reduction with increasing the activation of the AMPK enzyme. So this is something in the body that will help you get rid of stored fat, right? Especially in the abdominal area, visceral fat, that brown adipose tissue, okay? And that's really what you want to get rid of. That's the bad fat in your body. So Prometheus combines a couple different medications in it. One, it has Wellbutrin in it. So Wellbutrin is great for cutting cravings, great for mood enhancement. It will actually give you some energy too as well, naturally. That's one part of it. The other part, metformin. So metformin is primarily used for pre-diabetics and stuff like that. But it's also used in studies right now for anti-aging. Now, the reason that it works for anti-aging is because of cell deterioration. So with cell deterioration, when you have glucose levels that are high, that means your sugar levels in your blood. What happens is they kill off cells, right? So at that point, if you can maintain these cells and keep them healthy, you're going to live a lot longer life, all right? And with this, especially, what happens is it activates the AMPK enzyme. So at that point, it's going to help with getting rid of this adipose tissue. It will also, usually make you go to the bathroom a little bit too, right? Now, the difference between a metformin dose with this and a metformin dose for a pre-diabetic. So the difference is this. There's only 100 milligrams of metformin in this combination, whereas a pre-diabetic is usually going to take 500 to 2,000 milligrams of metformin, which is quite a lot. And if anybody does take it out there, if they're pre-diabetic or type 2 diabetes, then they know. But what this does is this will help get rid of glucose, like a glucose disposal agent, as far as that goes, and for insulin sensitivity. So this will help in a number of different ways. So combining the Wellbutrin, which is at a smaller dose too, because Wellbutrin can be used for a lot of different things too as well. But as far as for weight loss purposes, it's a small dose. Along with the metformin at 100 milligrams, a very small dose. But it packs a hell of a punch as far as for weight loss and getting rid of visceral fat and stomach fat. Usually, you're going to lose a good amount of weight from this. And, just getting rid of the glucose in the body is another home run, right? And this is what, if you have glucose, you have sugar in the body, and it's in there. What happens is after a while that stores as fat, right? And you want to get rid of this stored fat in the body. So the whole point is you want to be able to use the stored fat in your body for energy, okay? So that's two components of the Prometheus. The next one, we have B12 methylcobalamin in there, which is great for energy, weight loss, nervous system. It has a lot of great different benefits. And combining these three together is what really gets you that overall great effect, especially for weight loss. Now, with this, it's a little bit different than the ECA stack. So with the ECA stack, you're talking about using stimulants, right? And raising core body temperature, like ephedrine and caffeine, okay? Whereas Prometheus is not going to give you any jitters. It's not going to make you like super energized. It's going to give you good energy, but not super energized like an ECA stack plus. And it's going to help with different things like the sugar levels and the AMPK, enzymes in the body. And this is really where the difference is in the weight loss therapies and the options, okay? So these things can be used together too as well, along with AOD 9604. You can combine this or Titan Complete. That's other great options that you can put with Prometheus, or you can just take Prometheus alone and still get a great effect, okay? What's going on? Official Flex Wheeler in the house. Runner Gabriel. Steve, what's going on? MRT 702. It's Cepho. Sakara. Sorry. Respect Triple. Kalamoto. Ethomosta. Man, some of you guys have these names. I apologize. Got tongue twisters on me. Fuel for Gains. What's going on? Thank you guys for joining in. So we're just talking about the Prometheus therapy and what the difference was with Prometheus therapy compared to like our ECA stack, and the difference in the weight loss effect that you're really going to get from that. And like I said, with Prometheus, you're talking about curbing appetites or cutting cravings, especially for sugar cravings, carbohydrate cravings. Some people get this if they don't intake this during the day and they're used to. Along with mood enhancement. That's another big one, right? And here's the difference between that too as well. Some people that take stimulants or they take other FDA-approved appetite suppressants like phentermine, these can cause, especially phentermine, can cause cardiovascular issues, nervous system issues. So at that point, it's not really a good one. Plus, when you take those medications, what happens is they break the blood-brain barrier. So this can affect your mood in a negative way with like phentermine or these other stimulants. Whereas with Wellbutrin and with the Prometheus therapy, you're not going to have a negative mood enhancement, right? You're not going to be irritable. Some people do become irritable if they take in too many stimulants, okay? BPC 157 healed my plantar fasciitis. That's awesome, dude. Gabriel, so that's awesome. BPC 157, another home run. I can't talk enough about BPC 157. We have so many patients that use it, and a lot of patients have been coming on here and been talking about how BPC 157 body protection compound 157 has helped them heal from a number of different injuries. So, what Gabriel was talking about, shoulder injuries like Dwayne Day, hamstring issues like Hulk Squad when he came on here was talking about it. It's really cool to see a lot of these different injuries and how they've helped people heal. With me, I've been using BPC and TB500. Now, I had an MRI about 7 or 8 months ago, maybe a little bit longer, and it showed I had a slap tear stage 3. So a superior labrum, anterior, and posterior tear. It's pretty serious. They recommended surgery right off the bat with a stage 3. So what I've been doing in the interim, because I didn't want to get surgery, and I couldn't at that point in time because of COVID, and they didn't have elective surgeries at the point in time. Now they do. So I wanted to get an MRI because I've been taking this stuff, and when I started training at first, I couldn't push 25 pounds, literally. And that's not like me. I really can push a good amount of weight. So not being able to push 25-pound dumbbells is like, it's depressing, right? I'm like, I got to start building this back up. You know, because if you have that labrum tear in there or you have problems like that, you know, it's really hard. My literally, it would fall, my shoulder would fall out of joint, out of the labrum, and I could feel it popping out and popping back in, and it's really, really painful to even sleep on, even just to sit there. So I'm like, all right, I got to build this back up. I started taking BPC 157 and TB 500, and at that point, what happened was, you know, I've been working out slowly but surely, not going too heavy, making sure, you know, that my form is perfect, and at that point, I've been building up my strength. So I've been getting stronger and stronger, thank God. And I've been using some cortisone here or there, not overdoing cortisone because that could do some damage too as well if you overdo cortisone. But for me, I did it. You know, I've been doing it every 3 to 4 months, and you know, I've been going along. So I decided, hey, listen, let me get another MRI. So I did an MRI today. It wasn't good. You know, so basically they're telling me that I'm going to probably need a whole shoulder replacement. And that's pretty serious if you guys know what that is. And so I'm going to try to go as long as I possibly can without getting the surgery because it's going to be a hell of a rehabilitation, a hell of a comeback to come back from the surgery. I'm definitely not going to be feeling the best, you know, mentally because I'm used to training. It's a big part of my life, you know, just, you know, for therapy, right? And I don't got to go crazy in there, but if I get in the gym, I have a great workout session, it helps me out mentally. All right, so Gabriel said, I could hardly walk before healing because you were in so much pain. Wow, that's crazy. So a lot of these people have a lot of different injuries like this, and you know, if it's acute, right, or it's chronic, so if it, you know, you have different options to try to heal yourself first before surgery or to even get you over the hump. So that's where BPC 157 has helped a lot of different patients. And Gabriel, I'm glad to hear this, man, you know, because I know how it is to be in pain every day. What up, Lakeisha Taylor's in the house. Deuce 50 and thick. Julius, what's going on? Rob, what's up? How you guys doing? Jose Vargas, what's going on? Ricky San Nicolas, how you doing, man? So we're going over Prometheus, but we started talking about BPC 157. Hulk Squad's in the house. I appreciate it. Leon James, Sean Duquois, what's going on? So yeah, so Hulk Squad said this is his favorite topic. And if you guys don't know, Hulk Squad is on the page. You know, he put up his hamstring tear, which was horrible, right? His leg is all purple, and he came back from this using BPC. So it's just awesome to talk about. A lot of people have a lot of different injuries out there, where it's shoulder injuries, elbow injuries, golf elbow, tennis elbow, knee injuries. You know, with Gabriel's injury on his heels, I mean, that's another big one. You know, so this can help in a lot of different ways with a lot of different injuries out there. So, you know, if you're having these problems and you're still in pain and you don't know really what to do, if you had an MRI or a CT scan, that's a good thing because you can at least see where the damage is at and how bad the damage is. Now, at that point, if you want to try to rehabilitate it your own way before trying to have surgery, then BPC 157 and TB 500 are probably the way to go, okay? As far as helping you try to heal those areas and giving it a shot before you go underneath the knife. Nobody likes surgery, right? And it's always downtime. It sucks. You know, even with shoulder surgeries, you're out, just depending on how bad it is, 6, 8, 12 weeks, you know, and then you have to rehabilitate it and come back from that. And it's like, man, I know for me, it's like, it's depressing, you know, and I've had surgeries in the past, and I've had to be down. When I had biungual hernia surgery, I got mesh on both sides. That I had to be down for like, I don't know, it was like at least 4 to 6 weeks without doing any abdomen work or putting a lot of stress on the body. And then coming back from that, right? Coming back and then getting my abs back and all that, having to work and then work through the pain, and then having nerve damage because of it. So my issue was when I had that mesh, they put this like bio mesh in you, right? And what happens is it starts assimilating with the body. And then with me, it worked its way into the nerves where I have, you know, nerve damage. So at that point, I get a lot of pain still, and there's nothing really I can do about it except for shoot nerve blockers and all this, which I'm not going to do. All right, The Real J. Bro, 5 weeks on TRT and MK677 with Titan, and I lost fat and gained muscle. Was 16.5 pounds with some soft.
65.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was 165 pounds with soft fat, and now I'm 181 and leaner and harder. This is the real deal. Love you guys. That is awesome. So, Real J, I remember us talking about when you first got your stuff, right? I'm here. It's a couple weeks ago. So, dude, that is awesome. So, he's gained muscle, lost fat, right? He's harder. He's got more dense muscle on him. So, I mean, in 5 weeks, doing the right things and having your body work at optimal levels. You know, when it's in harmonic balance and everything's working like it should, you're like that race car on a track. And the better you're dialed in and the more that you're tuned in, that race car, your body is going to work better for you. And at that point, you got to feed it the good fuel. That's your food sources, and give it the proper exercise and training. And you're going to get a lot of great results. I don't care who you are out there. If you're doing these right things and everything is working like it should, you're going to get good results. It's when things are off, right? And that's when problems happen. So I get a lot of people when they first come in, and, you know, I'll just mention like 40 years old, you know, and they're like, you know, I'm eating really good. I got my macros on point. I got my calorie intake on point. I'm exercising. I got a hell of an exercise program. I'm sleeping good, because that's another part of it, guys. You need recovery. If you're going to break things down, you need to have recovery to bring yourself back. And if you're doing these things and you're hitting a plateau or things aren't working, then we're going to have to adjust some different things. Now, if everything in the body is dialed in, hormones are dialed in, everything's good there, you know, and you're sleeping properly and you're training properly, maybe something's off in the diet, right? So that's where you really got to look. But most of the time, even if the diet is a little bit off, you're going to get good results either way, okay? Andrew Brown, what's going on? Benjamin Mark, my dude, what's going on, man? What's going on? How you doing? So, yeah, that's really where it's at. So, Real J said, I was using another clinic, and they gave me only tests with no ACG and estrogen blocker. I felt great for a month and went ass backwards. You guys know what you're doing. So happy with you guys. All right, so that's a big problem out there. That's what a lot of people don't understand, and I don't blame them, right? So the regular person, the average Joe on the street, you know, they don't know a lot of these different medications or what they should be taking, what they shouldn't be taking. That's why they come to medical professionals or people that should know what they should be doing. Now, the problem is, you know, with HRT clinics out there, and we're a full medical clinic, so we're not just HRT, so we do everything. But I see a lot of these places out there, and there are a lot of fly-by-night places, so watch your guys' self out there. And what they do is they want to give you the bare minimum. They want to test blood, bare minimum test. And then they throw you on the bare minimum. And that's how they go, $99 a month. So what do you get for that? Bare minimum blood testing, testosterone, that's it. And what happens is if somebody is low in testosterone, once you up their testosterone and you start raising it up, they will start feeling better initially. That's when the problems start happening then, about a month and a half, 2 months in. Because the aromatization of testosterone into estrogen, right? That's going to make you feel lethargic, water retention, irritability, can cause fat deposits on the body, goes long enough, gynecomastia possibly, so you get man boobs. These are things you don't want. Then, with HCG, so gonadal support. You want to make sure your natural function never gets completely turned off, or that signal from the brain to the testicles, at least you're mimicking that signal, right? And you're telling the body, hey, listen, you're going to need to keep working so we have semen production. We make sure that your testicles don't shrink. You're not having tightness of the testicles. There are no problems there. This will also benefit your therapies, and it will also benefit your results, okay? So the whole point of HRT, and I call it HRT because we're balancing multiple hormones. Then TRT, testosterone replacement therapy. So you're just balancing one hormone, and that's testosterone. So that's why we call it HRT, hormone replacement therapy.
That's good questions up here, John.
We are. Okay, so let's get to these questions. All right, first one. Can MK677 cause hot flashes, or maybe it's the ACG? It's not annoying, just trying to pinpoint what it could be.
Here's the rest of it right here. He got it from another clinic, by the way.
Yeah. That was before. So, all right, so with MK677 or ACG. So here's the question. Here's my question to you. When you're taking these medications, Jay, right? Are you taking ACG by itself, like in the morning time? And then when are you taking your MK677, right? Because usually, you know, if let's say you're pitting your ACG in the morning, right? And if you're getting hot flashes 15 minutes afterwards, it's probably the HCG. But if you're taking them both at the same time, I want to just split it up one day. This way we can pinpoint what's giving you hot flashes, okay? And I mean, I guess either one could possibly give you a hot flash. I don't see it too much, but let's pinpoint it. And the way that you pinpoint things is you do things in single mono therapy. So you take it by itself, you see how you're reacting or how you're feeling, and within the first hour, you should know, listen, HCG is fine. It's not going to cause like 2 hours later for you to get hot flashes. Now, with the MK, are you taking that at night before bed? Or are you taking that in the morning too as well? Let me know, please. All right. What other questions we got up there? Art? MK677 at night and HCG during the day or at night. So let's split them up. Let's see how it works singly, all right? Let's try to take HCG in the morning during the day and then take MK677 at night. Tell me when the hot flashes occur, all right? All right. Great job this weekend. Yes. So we appreciate you, Tess, and everything that you did, especially this weekend. This Saturday was an awesome 2-day event for us. The first one was New York Pro, where I got the C Flex Wheeler at. Great dude. Awesome. Legend for sure as far as bodybuilding goes and everything like that. And a hell of a motivational speaker and a hell of a motivational person as it is. Some of the things he's going through and went through. Is just awesome. You know, people would break down with some of these different things. Not him. He's, just moving forward and being the true champion that he is. But at night, so we had Tampa Bay Swim Week, right? And we were one of the sponsors of this. We also had our Titan Medical fashions in this, so our swimsuits for this year and stuff like that. Because we always got to keep our patients, we got to keep our models and our athletes looking fresh to death and first class, just like our therapies and patient service. Everything we do here is first class all the way around. I will not skimp out on something like that at all. Anything. All right, so Damsel with Fitness, how you doing? I love that name. John C, what's up? Real J said, you get the $99 a month, estrogen imbalance, and no libido, and feel like complete crap. And that's really what it is. And people really don't understand. They just think, oh, I'm going to get testosterone, and that's what it is. Oh, this is a cheaper way to go. I'm going to do that. I understand the mentality, but, once they start getting into it, that's when I really try to educate people. I'm like, listen, what are you getting here? I'm like, it's not apples to apples, and they're not doing right by the patient. They should really be checking a lot of these different things out, and they would help the patient out so much more. And then those patients stick with you because they trust what you're saying because you have them feeling it, you have them dialed in. And that's a lot of problem out there. A lot of people, they just play numbers game. They can sign up 1 million people at a $99 a month thing, and they don't worry about them. They don't call them back. They don't deal with them. Hey, listen, we sent you your meds. That's what you paid for. Have a good day. And that's just the way it is, right? Dwayne Day, what's going on? My man. All right, so Hulk Squad said, by the way, girlfriend started her Titan therapy this week. Oh, yeah. I can't wait for this one, Hulk Squad, for sure. So I'm anxious to see how she feels. I want to know. I want to know how she's doing. I want to make sure we dial her in. I want her to feel great, look great, and perform at her very best. And I want you guys to enhance a relationship just by using some of the therapy. So I'm glad to hear this. Let me know how things are going. Vinny, what's up? How you doing? Dwayne Day said, hey, John, I need a good meal plan. Can you all help with that? So we're not dietitians. So at that point, we don't write diet plans. We do have the website. So if you go to Titan Medical Center Fitness or titanmedicalfitness.com, if you sign up through there, Dwayne, it'll give you a meal plan, and you can put in what you're allergic to and all that stuff. It will make it, and you can change it up on there too as well. That might be a way to go. If you don't like that, let me know, and I'll find another method for you to have a good meal plan too as well. Okay. All right, so Sean Michael, holding on, what's going on? My man, how you doing, brother? Westerner football in the house. All right, so Big Luck 66 in the house. All right, so we got a question here. Is TRT good to gain lean mass? Yes. So HRT, which we were talking about, hormone replacement therapy, is going to help gain lean mass. It will also help in a lot of different other ways. So let's talk about brain receptors. Testosterone is got a great effect on your thinking capability. Your brain receptors is one, right? Cardiovascular function, sugar levels, These are just a couple different things that testosterone or HRT is going to help you out with. Now, with HRT, it's not a magic thing, okay? So when you take HRT and testosterone, we're talking about in there is the main source. It's not going to turn you into Arnold Schwarzenegger just by you taking it. It's not going to do that. You still have to do some things. You have to get your diet plan straight. You have to exercise or have a great activity level. You have to sleep well, right? And then this will produce the results you're looking for. Now, obviously, if everything's dialed in, your harmonic balance, you're going to be rocking and rolling. So your body will be like a machine. And it'll be processing like a machine. But you can't take it and just think like, I'm going to sit back and relax. And at that point, wait for something to happen. It never is going to happen like that. So, that's what a lot of people I tell everybody. I'm like, listen, this is just a tool, right, to help you get your body the way it needs to be, healthy, one, right, and aesthetically pleasing, next. So at that point, that's the main thing. All right, so Luke Fred said, what's up, brother? Weight loss help, any suggestions? All right, so one, how old are you, bro? Because at that point, if you're over like 30, I would say do a blood test. Make sure hormones like testosterone and estrogen, all these different things are dialed in. If those things are dialed in, next thing I'm going to ask you about nutrition. I'm going to ask you about activity level. And then, listen, let's talk about some of the therapies. We've got a lot of different therapies, right? Our artillery here is awesome. So AOD 960, okay, so he's 35 years old. So 35 years old, definitely want to check hormones, make sure things are good there, okay? So blood test if you need to. At that point, if everything's good there, then ECA Stack Plus, Titan Complete, AOD 9604, or our Prometheus therapy that I just talked about, which is an awesome option to do. And it'll work either way. Even if your hormones are out of whack, you'll still get some results from these therapies. But you can take it a lot better if everything is dialed in, okay? Sarah Thesis, what's going on? Michael Phillips, what's going on? How you doing? All Squad said ECA Stack and Titan Complete is a great start. Yes, definitely, 100%. So we do have a lot of different options for you as far as weight loss goes. We just want to make sure we're getting you long-lasting results, not yo-yo effect results. A lot of places are out there like these weight loss clinics and stuff like that. They give people phentermine, they give them a MIC B12 shot, and they lose some weight right away, and then it comes all back and then even more. We don't want that. That's not a good choice or option. The whole point is to get you the results and for you to keep the results. Now, that's really on you, too, as well. You got to keep up activity. You got to eat a good diet to some extent. And you got to start getting a little bit of sleep there, okay? A lot of people don't get enough sleep, and that's a big problem. What about sleep therapy? So we do have a couple sleep therapies for you guys, too, as well. One, we have DSIP, so Delta Sleep Inducing Peptide. That's one, Hulk Squad. The other one is Titan Serenity. Now, Titan Serenity has a great amount of L-theanine in it, which then converts to GABA. So it's really, really good. Taurine's in it, too, as well, and magnesium. Okay, so that relaxes you, too, as well. It's great for a number of different things, distributing hormones and such. So that's another good option, too. So DSIP, right, or our Titan Serenity. Those are two good options for your Hulk Squad, all right? Drop Man, what's going on? Fashion 98, what's going on? John McDonald, KN19, Brahma, Kid, what's going on? Bored, how you doing? How you guys doing out there? Guys, you guys have any questions about anything we do? HRT, medical weight loss, vitamin amino acid injectable therapies, libido enhancers, peptide therapies, blood work, anything that we cover here, guys, we can service you guys nationwide too as well. All you guys got to do is call or text 727-389-3220. The only therapies that you need blood work for are hormone replacement therapies like testosterone or IGF-1 therapies. We also offer IGF-1 too. That's a game changer, guys, as far as for weight loss, lean body mass, overall better feeling. IGF-1 is another game-changing therapy for sure, right? All right, are they oral or injectable? So which ones? Let me know, Hawk Squad, what you're talking about, oral injectable. Amanda, what's going on? Christopher Harmon, what's going on? How you guys doing? All right, so while we wait for his response to this, let's talk about one of the topics we were going to talk about today. What would you recommend for me starting to bodybuild? Okay, if you're going to start bodybuilding, first, if your age is there, make sure that you are dialed in as far as hormone-wise, okay? That's the first start. The second thing after that, if everything is dialed in and you really want to get started and putting some really good quality lean mass on, MK677 is probably going to be your best bet. It's going to help you put on some good lean mass or mass in general. Sleep probably improve too as well with this. With this, you want to just make sure that you're eating clean and you're drinking a good amount of water and staying hydrated, okay? All right, Jared York said, is IGF-1 only worth it once you're over the age of 30? No, absolutely not. IGF-1 can be a game changer if you're underneath 30, at that point. Now, a true way to really check things out is, you can blood test and see where some of these different things are at. But IGF-1, you will have to do a blood test with the IGF-1 therapy anyway, that or testosterone therapy if you're going to do that. So you'll get to see where your IGF-1 levels are at too. But no, it can be a game changer for anybody at any age, right? The sleep therapies, Hulk Squad, they're both injectable therapies, okay? When do you guys close? All right, so we close usually at 6 p.m. as far as on the phones, but we're here a lot later because we have patients on the West Coast. We have patients in every state around the country. So at that point, we have to service our patients, and everybody has a real live person they're talking to. We don't mass text message people. You're not talking to some HRT consultant. You're talking to medical assistants out there, okay? And at that point, the providers will jump in if they need to as well. But with us, if you want to text after hours, you can do that, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. If it's tonight or tomorrow, we'll be able to get back to you and answer your questions and get you all set up if that's what it is. Christina, how you doing? Nice to see you. Kyle, what's going on? Rodzilla in the house. Big Rod. Andrea's in the house. How you doing? All right, so what is the MK677? And I'm already on TRT at 26 years old. Wow. 26 years old. That's pretty young. But listen, hormone deficiencies can happen to anybody, no matter what age you're at. So I'm not going to put an age on where you should be at. The next question, John, is, are you on an estrogen blocker or are you taking HCG? Make sure that's good. All right, so if that is, and you're on that, MK677, ibutamoren. That's what it is. And what is it? It's an oral GHRH peptide. So it's a growth hormone releasing hormone peptide, okay? And it's an oral form. So when you take this, it's going to raise and stimulate IGF-1 levels throughout the body, which is going to help in a number of different ways, from skin elasticity, hair, skin, nails, sleep, right? It's also going to increase hunger, the GHRH, the hunger hormone. So with this medication, if you take it, it's going to stimulate that hunger hormone. I don't care if you ate a buffet, 15 minutes after you take this medication, you're going to want to eat again, okay? And at that point, you want to make sure that you have good, clean food there. So the other way to get around that, if you say, listen, I can't just control this hunger, is take it at night before you go to bed. Right before you go to bed, and you'll still get the great effects of MK677. It will help put on strength, too, as well. So you get strength, put on mass along with that. You'll be able to, hopefully, be able to train a lot longer and get a lot better result out of it, especially with HRT, if you're already on HRT or TRT. But make sure your estrogen is dialed in and you're taking some gonadal support like HCG. Do you incorporate HGH in HRT regimens? So no, we don't do any HGH here, all right? One, it's highly looked down upon or frowned upon by the DEA, okay? It's not a controlled substance, but they treat it like that for sure. They don't want it used for sports or recovery or anti-aging. It's supposed to be for dwarfism, okay? Or people that have growth hormone deficiencies, right? And you have the blood test, you have to do glucose testing and stuff like that. So it's not easy to do. Plus, it's very expensive, very, very expensive. Real growth hormone from a real pharmacy is definitely expensive. So we have a lot better substitutes as far as that goes, or options. That's where IGF-1, straight IGF-1 comes into play, CJC 1295 with Perelin, MK677. All these are way better and a fraction of the price of what you paid for growth hormone, especially IGF-1. So let's talk about growth hormone. The way growth hormone works is, let's say you inject it, right? And at that point, what happens is growth hormone gets produced, and it goes down, and it goes into the liver, and then at that point, it then converts. What does it convert into? IGF-1, 2, and 3. And IGF-1 is what we really want to focus in on because that's what gives you all the benefits. That's why taking straight IGF-1 is like starting at the starting line and going right to the finish line just like that and skipping everything in between. All right, so that's why it's a lot better option. Plus, it's a lot cheaper than growth hormone is. All right, so McDonald said not on an estrogen blocker yet, but I know when I started, I was at 700, and recently I tanked to 184. So why are you going down? That's not good. So let me know about that. You should, once you get up, you should stay up. It should be an even keel. So once you start on those therapies, you should get up and stay up, not go like a roller coaster up and down, or going up and then, like you're saying, going down right now. That's not good at all, man. You want to make sure, because you're putting your body into shock. You know, it's at one level, and then all of a sudden it's down. It's like, what are we going to do? And it starts trying to adapt in these different ways. And then you feel it too, I'm sure. With levels like that at 184, and then you're 26 years old, man, that's not how you should be feeling. You should definitely be feeling good to go, right? And be able to put on, especially at your age, good quality lean mass, right? And be healthy by doing it. All right, Dennis Jackson, what's going on? All right, Hulk Squad. Oh, girlfriend called. I told her I couldn't talk because I'm tight and talk. All right, so just tell her, like, listen, I was trying to help you out. I'm trying to learn some more information for you and help you out a little bit more. Hopefully that'll be a good excuse, Hulk Squad. All right, Pleasure Emporium Hollywood's going on. I want to go to Pleasure Emporium. What's going on there? I want to check it out. Bam Bam, what's going on? How you doing? And then I was only on 100 milligrams a week for nearly a year, and I missed a week, and I tanked for some reason. Well, 100 milligrams is a very, very minute dose. That's a very small dose. Even our patients, they get started maybe 150, 160 milligrams, you know, but 100 milligrams, sounds like whoever's got you on this program. Now, are you splitting that too? So 50 milligrams on one day and 50 milligrams the other? Because if you want a really even keel type feeling, or up where your level should be, you want to split whatever the dose is you're doing per week. So if it's 100 milligrams, you're going to do 50 on one day and 50 another day. If it's 300 milligrams, you're doing 150 on one day and 150 on another day. If 200 milligrams, 100 and 100. So at that point, you should definitely look at that over and definitely tell the provider, like, hey, listen, what's going on? My level shouldn't be like this. Even if you missed a week, it shouldn't be that low. That's really, really low. I take it just once a week. Yeah, see, that could be the issue too, because when you take it, you shoot up, and then at the end of the week, like right before, like a couple days, maybe 1 or 2 days before your next shot, I bet you're feeling lethargic or tired again until you get your next one and you bump up. You know, this is something you really need to look at, you know, because you're not going to get optimal results if you're doing that. You're going up and down like that, or, you know, you're not getting enough testosterone. You know, where's 100 milligrams really taking you? At 784 that's the highest. Well, at 26 years old, you should be at 900. That's the top of the scale. 946 from LabCorp. So at that point, you know, at 26 years old, you should be feeling your best. Right? I'm 40 years old, right? And I feel like I'm in my 20s or at least 30. But that's how you should feel. You should feel like that automatically. So that's what it is. Exactly how it was for me. You hit it right in the head. So I've done this for a long time. I've seen a lot of patients as far as come through here, and a lot of different things that other providers and places have put people on, or what they're doing to them. And I don't know. I can't make excuses up for anybody out there because I don't know what the hell they're doing or why they're doing it. All right. Jennifer, Carissa, what's going on? How you doing? IMBB Pro, what's going on? Neil, my man, dude, how you doing? So we just talked about Prometheus. We talked about HRT and TRT, these levels that people should be at, you know, and some of these different weight loss options that are good for girls and guys. So, you know, some girls, they ask me like, you know, can we take these therapies too? Yes. So all these therapies are usually designed for males and females. If it's HRT, the levels of those hormones are just at different levels between males and females. It's not the exact same dose for them. So, because you don't want a female getting masculine traits, and you don't want a male getting female traits. So at that point, you know, you want to make sure those are dialed in. All the other therapies like Hercules Potion, ECA Stack Plus, Prometheus, all these great things, you women and men can use, and you guys can utilize these tools to help you guys get the results that you guys are looking for. And Memorial Day is what, a week and a half out? Guys, get ready, because summer's right around the corner after that. And, I think everybody wants to look good for summer coming up, especially after this damn year of COVID where everybody was locked down and people couldn't go to the beach or they had to wear a mask to go to the beach and all this. The average person gained 29 pounds during COVID. 29 pounds, the average person out there. I say it's either two ways, right? The average person gained 29 pounds, and your fitness bodybuilder lost 29 pounds. That's what I've seen out there. I've seen the regular person gain, and the people that were in the gym all the time and training all the time lose. It's just crazy how that all worked out. Chilling, man. I hope everything is good with you, Neil Davis, my man, dude. I appreciate you tuning in. I appreciate all you guys and all the support you guys tune in and week out. That's why I always try to bring you guys great topics. I want to talk about some of these different therapies. Maybe you guys have questions about, you might have talked to somebody here. Maybe you haven't. You still want to know these answers. That's why I'm here for you guys, all right? So, this new drug that's coming out, right? It turns energy storing fat into energy burning fat. It's really, really cool. So, they don't have a name for it. It's like BB10034. It's still in clinical trials. But they've used this on humans and animals, and this has had a great effect, like losing almost 40% of weight. That's a big, big jump, especially for people that are morbidly obese. So this drug is supposed to be a game changer, and if it can really do what it says it can do, and what it says it can do in this clinical research, then I think we're going to have some great weight loss options out there. And this one is good too, because it doesn't break the blood-brain barrier. So like we talked about before with like phentermine. When people take phentermine, it breaks that barrier. It can cause a lot of different issues. It can also cause bad moods. You being irritable, you being mean, you having like short temper tantrums. These are different things. Where this drug and medication that's coming out is not going to affect the mood in a negative way. So that's really, really cool. And I'll have more information coming out about this as it releases out. I want to keep you guys up on cutting edge medications too as well, because that's what we're all about here at Titan. Cutting edge therapies for you guys. We want to stay ahead of the curve, giving you guys the very, very best. All right, so let's talk about Disney World and Universal Orlando parks. Relaxed mask rules. So this week, CDC came out with new guidance. No more masks if you're vaccinated and stuff like that. Well, here in Florida, basically we have Busch Gardens, we have Orlando, we have Universal Studios, we have Disney, and Busch Gardens is awesome. So at that point, they took away the mask mandate altogether. You don't have to wear a mask anywhere in the park. That is awesome and phenomenal. Now with Disney and Universal, they're going to relax the mask mandate to a certain extent. When you're out in open areas, you can take off your mask. Now when you're riding the ride still, you're inside indoors, they still want you to wear the mask. So hopefully, this is going to be moving down and no mask land for all of us very shortly, especially these parks and stuff like that. I mean, because at this point, if all these people are vaccinated or a lot of people have already caught COVID, then we shouldn't have really much to worry about as far as that goes. Now, I take COVID very serious. With me, I was totally asymptomatic. My wife went to the ICU and still has neurological effects as a long hauler. I've also lost my cousin 2 weeks ago to COVID. So I've seen it all. I've had a lot of people affected by COVID in a lot of different ways. So I've had somebody die that was very close to me. I've had my loved one in the ICU. I know other people that have had to learn to re-walk from COVID and shit. So it's not a good thing. But, I think at this point where we've came, I think it's ready, to start getting back to normalcy in all these different ways. And I don't know if we truly ever will because of different things out there and all the things that we've had to go through, but hopefully people will all get on that same page. All right. So what else do we got here? Trying to see if there's any more questions, guys. If there's any more questions, hit me up. All right. Dabbing it. What's going on? How you doing? All right. So Jennifer Binky in the house. What's going on, Jennifer? Oh, man. So big shout out to Jennifer Binky out there, right? Her and her husband. They're great people. All right. So the next one. This kind of goes right along with COVID too. So in Florida, and I don't know about your state where you guys are at, but employers can require COVID-19 vaccines. But here's the catch. They can't ask for proof. That's really something really cool. Our Governor DeSantis, who's the man, dude. I got to give this guy a lot of respect and a big shout out. Well, let me tell you why. this guy, and I didn't know all this, right? This guy's from the Dunedin area, so Florida is real close to where we're at here in Tampa. This guy gets a full ride baseball scholarship, right, to a prestigious school, okay? At that point, what happens? He decides, all right, I'm going to get a military scholarship. He goes to Harvard. He gets accepted into the military program. And at that point, in the Navy, okay, this guy becomes a SEAL. He was on SEAL Team 1 and a JAG, which is it's a lawyer, basically, in the military, right? He's done all this. You know, this guy is really a great dude, man, all the way around, man. And he's done really, really good for Florida. You know, he's brought all these different sports teams here. Everybody's came here. Bodybuilding shows have came here from other different states and stuff like that. We've got a lot of different tourism. We've got a lot of people moving here, which is a good thing and a bad thing, I think, to a certain extent. But it's just been really good. And when you look at some of his credentials and stuff like that, the guy is an awesome dude as far as all the way around. But at that point, about this, so you can't ask anywhere for a vaccine passport or documentation or anything like that. It's illegal here in the state of Florida. So yes, an employer can say you have to be vaccinated to be an employee here. But the employee can say, I don't want to tell you, or I've been vaccinated, and you can't ask any follow-up questions. It's illegal to do that, okay? And, you know, if you're an employer, there's questions that you can't ask, like during an interview or to your employee in general, because it's against the law. So it's really crazy how this is. And I've already seen, like, a cruise line that's going to make people show documentation for these cruises to even get on. Now, here in the state of Florida, that ain't going to fly. But they might go to different ports and do these different things. I know a couple of different states have followed in line with this and it said it's illegal to ask for vaccine passports and such. So at that point, it's just really crazy. We're going to see how this all is because this is uncharted territory, you know. So let's see how, you know, this develops and evolves. But I don't know. Here in the state of Florida, I think we're going to be good to go, man. All right. Weekly poll, guys. Weekly poll. All right. So is your body summer ready yet? 14% said yes. 31% said not yet. I'm still working on it, but I'm almost ready. Awesome. And 54% said no, I need help. What do you have that can help? Guys, and these are people that answer our newsletter. So they see the therapy of the week. They go through all the different things, and they answer this question, this poll question. So thank you all for, you know, being interactive with this poll question. For you guys that are summer ready, you guys are kicking ass. You guys are way ahead of the curve. Good job. Big shout out. Keep it up. For the people not yet and you're still working on almost ready, you guys stay the course. You guys are rocking and rolling. You'll get there. Do the right things and you will get the right result. For the 54% of people that said no, what do you have that can help? Prometheus therapy, ECA stack therapy, AOD 9604, Titan Complete. There's a lot of different options for you guys out there. And if your hormones aren't in check, you got to make sure those things are dialed in. This is going to help tremendously with quality of life, aesthetic purposes, and performance, and overall general health. So I can't push that enough. I can't say it enough where blood work is very, very important. And if everything comes back great on the blood work, awesome. Then we can work on other different things. And we know, hey, listen, if we change up the diet, activity, and some of these other things, you're probably going to get the result that you want. Okay? So it's a great poll. It's been a great Titan Talk Tuesday with you guys. I appreciate all you guys tuning in. If you guys have any other questions, let me know now. If not, we're going to be signing off here. And I appreciate all you guys for tuning in. Guys, Friday, Titan Lifestyle with Big Drew. Tomorrow, Charis's Titan Health and Lifestyle Soapbox. So you guys are going to love that. Tomorrow, she's going to get into all different types of things. So that's going to be tomorrow. It's going to be at 1 o'clock tomorrow. So make sure you guys are tuning in for that. Especially if you guys got girlfriends, fiancés, female friends, or you want one of those female friends or fiancés or wives to tune in, tag them. If you guys are on Facebook right now, like this, share this, Instagram, please tag some people. YouTube. Hit the subscribe button, the all notification bell, so you guys get all the great content and all these great videos we're putting together for you guys. Because hopefully they're going to help a lot of people out there. All right, so Truck 150. Is your clinic open on Saturday? Will I be able to get blood work done same day or have to make an appointment to get blood work done? All right, so we're not open on Saturdays here in the office, but we're simple and easy to get blood work. All you guys got to do is call or text the line. We can get demographics over the phone, your name, date of birth, email address, and phone number. We'll collect the payment, and we'll send you an email that has your prepaid lab requisition slip. And you can take that into LabCorp, which is open on Saturdays. So you can literally call today, give the information, get your lab requisition slip, and go tomorrow with that slip anywhere in the country to a LabCorp. They're going to draw your blood right on the spot. We're going to expedite and get your results in 2 to 3 business days. It's really that simple. Even if you're not in Florida, nationwide, we service nationwide. We can send you into a LabCorp anywhere in the country. All you have to do is take the slip that we send you. It's prepaid, so you don't have to give them any more money. You don't have to show them an insurance card. They're just going to draw your blood. We're going to get the results in 2 to 3 business days. For your medical consultation, if you guys are not here in the state of Florida and you can't come into our beautiful office, it's simple and easy. You can do it through FaceTime or Skype with our medical providers, and then the medications get shipped directly from the U.S. licensed pharmacy, not from us, from the pharmacy to your doorstep or office or home anywhere in the country. It's real simple and real easy. So there's no excuses. You guys should want to get your health and wellness on point, and you guys definitely want to look good for this summer. So at that point, you guys need to take the first steps and call or text us today, and we'll take care of you and the rest. All right, guys? I'm John. This has been an awesome Titan Talk Tuesday. I'll see you next Tuesday and every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Plus, don't miss Sharice's Health and Lifestyle Soapbox Show tomorrow. Big Drew and me, Titan Lifestyle, we're going to chop it up. And also Titan at Time is going to be in there with Rachel Daniels one time this week. So you guys got a lot of great content coming at you guys. We got a lot of great topics. We're going to bring it out to you guys. If you guys have questions, DM us, call or text us, anything you guys should do. So I'm John from Titan. I appreciate it one more time. Thank you guys for all tuning in. Thank you so much. I'm really humbled. I really appreciate it. I'll see you guys next Tuesday, 6 p.m. for another Titan Talk Tuesday. Later, guys.